to California, Cameron Connors. And an analyst, originally from Mountain Lakes, New Jersey, Phil Hoffman. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Ken Jennings.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert. And welcome back to the quarterfinals of this new Jeopardy Champions Wildcard competition. So far, 5 winners from seasons 37 and 38 have advanced to the semifinals. And this week, 4 more will punch their tickets to the next round. Today, we welcome back Phil, Cameron, and Lucy to the Alex Trebek stage. The gameplay begins with the Jeopardy round, where we have these categories for you 3. Up first, a brief history of time. Then we have Thomas Aquinas, advice columnist. Hey, 3rd graders know this stuff. Then Travel Texas, body shots, and the heavyweight champion of the world. Phil, where would you like to begin?
Thomas Aquinas, advice columnist for 400, please.
Dear Baffled, as St. Augustine says, the image of this in man is in the 3 parts: mind, knowledge, and love. Cameron.
What is God?
More specifically?
What is the Trinity?
That's it.
Let's do Thomas Aquinas, advice for 6.
Dear Struggling, sorry, but the poor must pay these, whether the traditional 10th of income or more. Lucy.
What is tithe?
That's right.
Let's do Travel Texas for 600.
On Crickets Avenue in Lubbock, a visual arts center with a guitar-shaped gallery honors the life and legacy of this early rocker. Cameron.
Who is Elvis?
No. Phil or Lucy? Crickets Avenue. This is Buddy Holly. Buddy Holly and the Crickets. Back to you, Lucy.
Let's do a brief history of time for 400.
Time is part of this plant family. It's in the mint family, it turns out. Lucy?
All right. 3rd graders know this stuff for 600.
The predicate of a sentence tells what this part is or does. Phil?
What is the subject?
Yes.
3rd graders for 800.
The size of this body part changes depending on the light. Lucy?
What is pupil?
Correct.
3rd graders know this stuff for 1,000.
The 15th, 17th, 19th, 23rd, 24th, and 26th ones of these are specifically concerned with voting. Lucy?
What are the amendments? Amendments?
More specifically?
To the Constitution?
That's it, yes.
Okay. 3rd graders know this stuff 400.
Of I'm, they've, your, or won't, the contraction that lost the most letters. Lucy?
What is they've?
No. Cameron?
What is won't?
Won't, that's it.
Let's do 3rd grade, Thomas Aquinas for 8.
Dear Confused, baptism is the sacrament of faith. The sacrament of charity is this, the Lord's Supper. Cameron?
What is the Eucharist?
Correct.
Well, let's do Thomas Aquinas for 1,000.
Dear Scared, no, your parish priest can't give you this, a release from secular punishment. Go get it over with. Phil?
What is absolution?
Incorrect. Cameron?
What is a
Out of time, I'm
indulgence.
afraid. You were correct, but a little too late, Cameron. It is an indulgence. Cameron?
all right, let's do brief history of time for 6.
This elder Roman encyclopedist referred to time as a fumigant. Lucy?
Who is Pliny?
Correct.
Brief history of time for 800.
Monks know that time is an ingredient in this popular upscale French liquor, one of the B's in B&B. What is Benedictine? Lucy?
Let's do Travel Texas for 400.
One of the top attractions in Texas is this city's Riverwalk, featuring boat rides, shopping, and plenty of food and fun. Lucy?
What is San Antonio?
Yes.
Travel Texas for 800.
Blast off on a tour of this place, including stops at Mission Control and an astronaut training facility. Lucy?
What is the Johnson Space Center?
That's correct.
Travel Texas for 1,000.
The answer there is a daily double. Lucy, you're the only one with any money. What will you risk?
Let's do 3,000.
Hey, a big wager. Here's your clue in Travel Texas. Named for its location on the Rio Grande, this national park is
Bend National Park?
Big Bend is right. Yes, you have 6,800. That's an impressive number as we head into our first commercial break. We'll get Phil and Cameron on the board right after this when we come back.
As a large national injury law firm, NST regularly goes head-to-head with some of the biggest companies in the country. And yes, NST...
Break time.
Where were you when you got the call telling you you were going to unexpectedly come back to Jeopardy?
I was on my lunch break from work, and I had gone over to a big box store just to browse and kill some time, and I got a call on my cell phone, and I saw it said Jeopardy, and so I picked it up immediately, and realized I was talking very loud and high-pitched, and I was so excited, and then as soon as I hung up, the woman at the other end of the aisle looked at me, and she was like, I don't know what it is, but congratulations, great job.
Well, welcome back. Cameron Connors, Jeopardy winner from season 38, is back with us from Rancho Santa Margarita, California. But your first call to be on the show was at a difficult time for your family, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, my wife and I had just lost our firstborn son to a genetic condition 2 weeks prior to my first call. Wow. So I felt every conceivable emotion in about a month of time. Jeopardy was a little wink from God. But the silver lining is that the day that my winning episode aired, my wife and I found out we were pregnant with our now 8-month-old healthy second.
Oh, congratulations. That's amazing. Phil Hoffman is an analyst from Mountain Lakes, New Jersey, a 2-game winner from season 37. How did you watch when your first shows aired?
So I was able to watch it twice, actually. I was living in LA at the time, and first I watched things virtually when it aired on the East Coast. Then I had a little bit of time to kill between the 4 p.m. and the 7 p.m. Pacific episodes, so I played a little bit of online bar trivia, and we came in second to last. So it was good to keep me humble.
Well, let's get you out of the hole, Phil. Lucy, you gave us the last correct response. Pick up your buzzers, and we'll play some more Jeopardy.
A brief history of time for 1,000.
Time contains about 1% this type of oil used in fragrances and pharmaceuticals. Lucy?
What is essential?
Good for 1,000.
Body shots, 400.
A quick and reckless reaction has you shooting from this body part. Lucy?
What is the hip?
Yes.
Body shots, 600.
Something that has a good effect on you, like a vaccine, is a shot in this. Lucy?
What is the arm?
Yeah.
Body shots, 800.
When you brag or boast, you shoot off this body part. Cameron?
What is the mouth?
That's correct.
We'll do body shots for 1,000.
1775 Bunker Hill order on when you were allowed to shoot. Cameron?
What is when you saw the whites of their eyes?
You got it for 1,000.
We'll finish out body shots.
Go against your best interest, and you shoot yourself here. Cameron?
What is in the foot?
Good.
Let's do heavyweight champions for 4.
A wild day for this ex-champ in 1997. I lost my last professional boxing match, but I received a check for $1 million for the grill. Lucy?
Who is George Foreman?
That's him.
Heavyweight champion for 200.
Some stats from a 1966 title bout. Over 3 rounds, he threw 100-plus punches, took less than 10, and knocked down his foe 4 times. Lucy?
Who is Muhammad Ali?
Of course, yes.
Heavyweight champion of the world for 600.
The champ for an amazing 12 years, this brown bomber joined the Army in 1942 and served in a segregated unit with Jackie Robinson. Phil?
Who is Joe Louis?
Good.
Heavyweight champion of the world for 800.
In 1990, this man here knocked out Buster Douglas to become the undefeated, undisputed heavyweight champ. That's Evander Holyfield. Phil?
Third graders for 200.
0 divided by 6 yields this quotient. Cameron?
What is 0?
Correct.
Let's do travel Texas for 2.
Lined with statues and monuments, the Great Walk leads up to the Capitol building in this city. Lucy?
What is Austin?
You got it.
A brief history of time, 200.
Thyme honey from the Iblay Mountains on this large Mediterranean isle has been a delicacy for centuries. Phil?
What is Sicily?
That's right.
Thomas Aquinas for 200.
Dear worried, it's a slippery slope. A venial one of these disposes you to a mortal one. Cameron?
What is a sin?
That is right. And we'll finish off heavyweight champions. Rocky, before Rocky, this 1950s legend retired as the sole undefeated heavyweight champ in history, going correct, another 1,000 for you. That's an impressive lead. But Phil and Cameron, there's twice as much money and 2 daily doubles available in the Double Jeopardy round when Champions Wildcard